Hey, Busy Bees. Today we are back with another chapter in our My Weird School series, Book 8, Miss LaGrange is Strange by Dan Gutman. But before we get into our chapter of the day, we are going to get into our riddle of the day. And the riddle of the day is, what has a head and tail but no body? And I'll tell you again, what has a head and tail but no body? And I will give you the answer to the riddle at the end of our chapter. So let's pop open the book and fly through this adventure together. So last week we ended up on chapter 9 where AJ ate a pea. And he was asking what YAWYE means. And Miss LaGrange said, if you eat a pea, I will give you the answer. And so he did. And it turns out it meant you are what you eat. So now we're going into chapter 10. I got a little lost for a second. There it is. Okay. Chapter 10, Andrea's birthday party. Okay. I told my mom I was sick from eating a pea, but she said I had to go to Andrea's birthday party anyway. She even made me dress up like a grown-up in a jacket and tie. It was horrible. When Mom dropped me off at Andrea's house, she made me promise to behave and handed me a present she had bought for Andrea. I went up the steps and rang the doorbell. I'm so glad to see you, AJ, said Andrea's mother, who looks just like Andrea but with wrinkles. I thought you said you weren't coming, said Andrea. My mother made me, I said, handing her the present. I saw Emily and a few of the girls in our class. It took me about 2 seconds to realize something horrible. Of all the kids at Andrea's party, I was the only boy. The only boy. There were all these giggly girls running around Andrea's living room in party dresses. It was awful. I went into the kitchen. Maybe at least they'd have some good junk food to eat. I figured. But you'll never guess in a million years who was standing at the stove in the kitchen. It was Miss LaGrange. Bonjour, Mr. AJ, she said. You look very handsome in a jacket and tie. Miss LaGrange, what are you doing here? I'm the caterer, she said. So you made the food? We. We? I asked. You and who else? No, she said. We means yes in French. That didn't make any sense to me. If we means yes, I asked, how do you say we? We. Yes, I said. How do you say we? We, she said. But you said we means yes, I said. It can't also mean we. No. Oh, I forgot. That French talk makes no sense at all. Did you make any junk food? I asked. Junk food, said Miss LaGrange. Oh, no, remember, YAWYE. You are what you eat. The party was the most boring party in the history of the world. Miss LaGrange made a bunch of weird French foods that don't even exist in America. I almost ate this thing called escargot until Miss LaGrange told me it was a snail. I almost ate a snail. I thought I was gonna throw up. Isn't trying new foods fun, AJ? Andrea's mother asked. Oh, yeah, I lied. Lots of fun. Are we gonna play some games or something? Games? Andrea's mother asked. What kind of games? You know, like when you whack a piñata with a baseball bat until it busts and all the candy falls out, I said. That sounds rather violent, Andrea's mother said. In this house, we don't believe in hitting. I was bored. I kept waiting for something to happen, but nothing ever did. Everybody just sat there eating snails and drinking tea. There was nothing for me to do. I noticed a little garbage can in the corner. I decided to see if I could throw one of those snail things into the garbage can from across the room. So I picked one up and threw it at the garbage can. The only problem was Emily was standing next to the garbage can. Instead of hitting the garbage can, I hit Emily in the head. She fell backwards and landed on a little table that had a bunch of teacups on it. The teacups went flying everywhere. Emily was on the floor freaking out. Man, she falls down a lot. There's tea all over my shirt, Emily screamed. Now it's a t-shirt, I said. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I thought that was pretty funny, but nobody laughed. Girls have no sense of humor at all. I bumped my mouth, Emily shouted. I think my loose tooth is going to fall out. What a crybaby. Her dumb tooth was going to fall out anyway. What was the big deal? Finally, the horrible party was over, and my mom came to pick me up. On the way out, Miss LaGrange handed me a goodie bag. You'll never guess in a million hundred years what was in it. Tea bags! That had to be the dumbest party in the history of the world. The only good thing about it was that Andrea probably won't invite me to her birthday party next year. And that is the end of our chapter for today. Oh my goodness, I wonder what's going to happen. Silent lunch. But we will see on Wednesday. So let's get into the answer to our riddle for the day. So our riddle was, what has a head and tail but no body? And the answer is, drum roll please, a coin. A coin has a head and a tail on one and the other side, but no body. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you'd like to follow along for more adventures, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one.